Patreon. Before I get into this video, I feel like I should acknowledge the elephant in the room, which wasn't exactly an elephant until this very moment. Hasbro forced my hand. Normally I wouldn't use this format of video with speed drawing and all that. I don't feel like it looks good and it's a bit cheesy and all that jazz, but after getting literally nothing from my most popular video simply because Hasbro likes to claim fan art, I found that editing together videos without using hardly any clips, screenshots, or fan art from the show is very, very, very difficult. So I'm stuck doing things this way. I hope you're happy, Hasbro. Think to yourself for a moment. What do you think of when you think of Luna? Darkness, depth, emotional distress, bats, the moon, dreamwalking. Now think of cadence, gentleness, determination, playful, 10 out of 10 singing voice, crystal magic. Lastly, think of Celestia.
Down with the tyrant.
Needless to say, Celestia is probably the least favorite ruler in the show, and it's pretty easy to see why. Throughout the show, her character has very little depth, beyond feeling a little bad for banishing her sister 1,000 years ago. But I think there's a little more reason than most people initially think of. Of course, her character is rather flat, but look even at her capabilities. She's slightly taller than the others. Her hair is more, rainbow. She raises the sun, which in light of her sister also raising the moon isn't especially impressive, especially if you take into account that the unicorns used to do that on their own anyway. Luna can dreamwalk, Cadence can do some magic-y lovey stuff or something. What can Celestia do? Nothing! She has nothing going on for her other than the fact that she never seems to care when something goes horribly wrong. She hardly ever helps when the entire nation is in life or death situations, and she repeatedly puts all of her faith into a stress-crazy nerd because that worked so well the first time. She gives extremely vague instructions, repeatedly leaving Twilight to freak out, only to find out that none of her worries were problems at all. And somehow she always seems to expect this sort of thing, and yet remains completely unhelpful until the problem has already run its course. Episodes 1, 2, 3, 10, 16, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 46, 49, 53, 54, 62, 65, 67, 90, 91, 100. Down, sir! But no. Stop. The point is, while every ruler, even Twilight, seems to have special abilities specific to them, the most significant of the four doesn't seem to have anything that actually makes her significant, other than this irresponsible attitude that she somehow always accurately expects everything to turn out okay. She didn't even seem surprised at her sister's transformation. It's as if she actually knows how everything will turn out ahead of time. But maybe she does. Maybe Celestia has some means of looking ahead to see every major conflict and its resolution. Why doesn't she ever seem surprised or bothered by the Six's antics? Why does she always put her trust into hopeless situations when perfectly good alternatives seem present? Because she knew exactly how everything was going to happen ahead of time. This is what makes her unique among the other rulers. It's even blatantly happened within the show itself multiple times. Luna can go to her own sort of dreamscape where she's able to access her ability to dreamwalk. We'll remember when Twilight became an alicorn? The place where Celestia is able to access her ability is revealed here. Celestia shows Twilight on dozens of different panels how she was able to succeed and overcome problems. These are probably the same panels that showed Celestia how it would all be resolved in the first place. And again in Twilight's Kingdom, we see a part of this ability shown when she gets a vision of Tyric's return. In a world full of magic and mythological creatures, the writers couldn't be bothered to come up with some sort of explanation as to where that vision came from? At all? No, I think it was implied that this vision came as a result of her ability to see glimpses of the future. Of course, she doesn't see the entire future, and sometimes she probably sees nothing, but there are dozens of circumstances in which this seems like the most likely possibility. So no, it's not because she's an evil tyrant, an idiot, or even a troll. Okay, maybe a little bit of a troll. Her unusual actions are due to the fact that she can see exactly how it will all turn out. Not to mention that she can not necessarily change anything she sees. She can only plan for it and act accordingly. Maybe. And, yeah. That's the theory. You know, this idea seemed a lot more interesting on paper. Remember to check out my Patreon!